Hello students. In the previous class we have tried to start discussion on Unit 9 further on trigonometric functions. Today we will continue with that. At the end of this lesson you will see that some properties of trigonometric functions having the form y is equal to sine of kx plus b plus c, and y is equal to, you have a times cosine of kx plus b plus a constant c. And applying trigonometric functions to solve problems from field of science, navigations and engineering, and so on. That means we'll see some applications of trigonometry. Discuss about angles of elevation and depreciation. What is that elevation? What does it mean, depreciation? When we are looking at application of trigonometric functions in solving a triangle, assume you are given that a triangle ABC. The side opposite to vertex C will be represented by small letter a. The side opposite to vertex B will be represented by small letter b. And the side opposite to vertex C will be represented by small letter c. From now onwards, when I am discussing about triangles, small letters ABC represent the sides opposite to the vertices, So the first one, we have one law, what you call is that sine law. What is that sine law? When you are trying to find the area of a triangle, which is half times AB multiplied by sine of a given included angle, from that you can derive a formula, what you call is that the sine law. A over sine of the opposite angle is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. This formula we call that the sine law. Second, the law of cosine. The law of cosine can be expressed as any side of the triangle. Say A squared is equal to the sum of the square of the two adjacent sides, B squared plus C squared, minus 2 times BC multiplied by cosine of A. So we have cosine of angle A. So that if this angle is given, to find the side opposite to this angle, capital A squared is equal to the sum of the square of the two adjacent sides, B squared plus C squared, minus twice the product of the two BC multiplied by cosine of A, it will be. This formula may be used for the other one also. If you want to find the length of this side, B squared is equal to the two adjacent sides, A squared plus C squared minus twice the product of the two sides multiplied by cosine of B. So the side B and the cosine of A, remember that. When I take for the other side also, C squared is equal to the two adjacent sides, A squared plus B squared, minus 2AB multiplied by cosine of angle C. So this is one important formula that we are going to use to solve some problems in triangles. Second one, trigonometric formula for the sum and the difference. How do you find the sum of, sine of the sum of two angles? How do you find cosine of the sum or difference of two angles? How do you find tangent of the sum or difference of two angles? We have formulas also the following. Sine of x plus y, it is sine x cos y plus the reverse, cos x times sine y. If the operation is minus, it is the difference between the two products. When you are coming to cosine of the sum or cosine of the difference, it could be written as the difference between the products, cos x cos y minus sine x sine y. When the operation is plus, it will be changed to minus. When you are asked that cosine of the difference minus, here it is the sum of the two products. So you have to see the difference. Sine of the sum, it is the sum of the product. Sine of the difference, it is the difference between the two products. But cosine of the sum, it is the difference between the two products. Cosine of the difference, it is the sum of the two products, it will be. When you are coming tangent of x plus y, we have also tan x plus tan y. Tangent of the sum of the two, tan x plus tan y over 1 minus tan x times tan y, which can be proved. If you are asked tangent of the difference between the two, in the numerator, the difference between the two tangent, tan x minus tan y, divided by 1 plus the product of the two. I think these three formulas are important when you are trying to solve some exercises. You have also double angles. Double angle formula, cosine of 2x it is. It gives cos square of x minus sine square of x. How do you get? See, if you say that cosine of 2 times x means, which was equal to cosine of the sum of the two angles, 2 plus, x plus x again it will be. But in this case, x and y are equal. So by the previous rule, cosine of x multiplied by cosine of y means, in this case also x, minus sine of the first angle x multiplied by sine of the second angle to be equal to have x. Cos x times cos x, it gives a value to be cos square of x minus sine x times sine x, it gives sine square of x it will be. That is why we are writing over here cosine of a double angle, it is cos square of x minus sine square of x. This could be written also in the other form. Cos square of x means you have 1 minus sine square of x minus, you have a value to be sine square of x it comes. These are like terms. This could be written also 1 minus twice sine square of x. It is the same thing for cosine of double angle it will be. You have, or else also you can write sine square of x, it could be written in the other form. This could be written also cos square of x minus sine square of x means 1 minus cos square of x it will be. When you are applying distributive property, you will have cos square of x minus 1 plus cos square of x it will be. But cos square of x plus cos square of x, you have cos square of x minus 1, which gives that given expression. So I may write cosine of double angle as the difference between the two squares, or twice cos square of x minus 1, or it could be written as the difference 1 minus 2 sine square of x. So by applying some of the rules, identities, it is possible to calculate. When you are coming to sine 2x, sine 2x also it gives a result. We have the sum of two angles, sine of x plus x it will be, where x and y are equal. So what you have? You will have a value to be sine x multiplied by cosine of x. Since the operation is plus, you will have plus multiplied by the reverse, cosine of x multiplied by sine of x it will be. But the operation here is multiplication, here you have also multiplication. So we will have a value to be sine x multiplied by cosine of x plus multiplication is commutative, sine x multiplied by cosine of x again it comes. But since they are like terms, you will have twice sine of x multiplied by cosine of x it will be. That is why I am writing over here. Take the other one also. The third one, tangent of 2x. Since we said that tan x plus y is equal to tan x plus tan y over 1 minus tan x times tan y. Since 2x means x plus x, x and y are equal. When I am applying the same formula, you will get a result twice tan x over 1 minus tan x squared it will be. So this is one thing what you have to remember. Formulas in trigonometric, double angle formula we call this one. Half angle formulas it comes. Cos square of x over 2. It was equal to 1 plus cos x over 2. How do you get it? You may take a function. You have cosine of x. This is equal to, you have to be equal to cosine of x over 2 plus x over 2 again it will be. We have the sum. This could be written as cos square of, you have cosine of, the value to be cos square of x over 2 minus the value to be sine square of x over 2 it will be. But this could be written also in the other form. When you are solving for that one, you may get a result to be equal to, we have cos square of x over 2 at that. This could be written in form cos square of x over 2 minus 1 minus cos square of x over 2 it will be. When I am applying distributive property, you will have a result cosine of x equals negative times negative positive, twice cos square of x over 2 minus 1 it comes. When I am taking the opposite, you will have a result 1 plus cosine of x over a constant number 2. It gives a value to be cos square of half angle x over 2 it will be. So when you are applying rules, you can derive that given expression. Cos square of x over 2, it was equal to 1 plus cos x over 1 it comes. When you are coming also sine square of x over 2, half angle again, 1 minus cos x over 2, you can apply the rules what you have learned before. For tan square of x over 2 also, we can derive 1 minus cos x over 1 plus cos x. But since it is a fraction, the denominator must be different from 0 it will be. You have cosine of x should be different from negative 1. Let us see some activities. Indicate the amplitude, period, phase shift, and range of the following trigonometric functions. What is that amplitude? Amplitude of a function, it is half of the difference between maximum value and minimum value. Half of maximum value of the trigonometric function minus the minimum value of that function. You have, when you are taking the first one, f of x, half of cosine of 3x plus 2. What is the amplitude of this function? What is the period of this function? Phase shift. And you are asked to calculate also the range for these given functions. If you are taking for the first one, f of x to be half of cosine of 3x plus. What is the amplitude? The amplitude, it is half the difference between maximum value and minimum value. We know that in the previous class, cosine of x has a range from negative 1 up to positive 1. When I multiply it by half, I will get the range of this function from negative half up to positive half it will be. This function, cosine function, whatever the inside expression it is. Cos function has maximum value 1, minimum value negative 1. So when I multiply it by half, I will get a value to be from negative half up to positive half. So to get the amplitude, what was the maximum value? The maximum value to be equal to 1 over 2. Maximum value 1 over 2. Minimum value negative 1 over 2. What is the difference? Maximum minus minimum value. That should be divided by 2. The maximum value, it was 1 over 2, minus the minimum value, negative 1 over 2. That should be divided by 2. Negative times negative positive. Half plus half, it is 1. 1 divided by 2, it gives half. It is the amplitude of that given function. That means, which is the coefficient of cos function. What is the period when you say cosine function has period of, it was equal to 2 pi. That must be divided by a constant number, the coefficient of x to be equal to 3. So cosine function, it has a period of 2 pi. Since I multiply this function by a constant number 3, the period 2 pi should be divided by the coefficient. What is phase shift? At what values of x be? The expression 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. The graph of a function can be shifted horizontally to the right or to the left. It will be to the right where x is positive. It will be to the left where it is negative. You can shift the graph of a function vertically, which is up or down. It will be upward when the constant is positive, and it will go downward when the constant is negative. So when you are coming to calculate the phase shift, you have to take the expression 3x plus 2 when it will be equal to 0. The zeros of this expression, we call it that phase shift. So we have 3x will be equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 3. X equal to negative 2 over 3. That means the graph of this function, it was shifted to the left side 2 over 3 units. That is what it says. So to find that the amplitude, what is the absolute value of the coefficient? Absolute value of half, it is half. What is the period? Since the function is cosine function has a period of 2 pi divided by the coefficient of h to be equal to 3. What about phase shift? The zeros of the expression. Here you have 3x plus 2. It will be 0 at x is equal to negative 3 over 2. So that means since the result is negative, the graph is shifted to the left side. What is the range? Since I know maximum and minimum value, negative half and positive half, it is the range of that given function it will be. When you are coming to b, f of a to be 2 minus half sine of pi over 2 minus x, it says. This could be written that addition is commutative. You have negative 1 over 2 multiplied by sine of pi over 2 x, a coefficient, plus a constant number 2 it will be. So what is the amplitude of this given function? The amplitude of this given function, it is the absolute value of a constant number, negative half. The absolute value of negative half, it gives 1 over 2 it will be. So this function has amplitude to be 1 over 2. What is the period of this function? Sine function has a period of 2 pi. Then that should be divided by the coefficient of h to be equal to pi over 2 it will be. And you will have, this gives a result to be 2 pi multiplied by 2 over pi it will be. So the pi will be cancelled. 2 times 2 will be equal to positive 4. What is the phase shift when you say? When it will be pi over 2x is equal to 0. Pi over 2 will be equal to 0 at x is equal to 0 by itself. So we have x is equal to 0. That means the graph remains the same. We are not adding or subtracting a constant number from this expression. What is the range of this function? To find the range of this function, what was the range? The range can be calculated. This was sine function. Sine function has value minimum negative 1, maximum to be positive 1. When this one is multiplied by negative half, you will have a result which gives an expression. You have the range of this function. Range could be calculated. You have negative 1 over 2 multiplied by the range of sine function from negative 1 up to positive 1 plus a constant number 2 it will be, because you are adding. Negative half times negative 1, it gives a value to be equal to positive half. Negative half times 1, it was equal to negative half it will be. So the sign must be changed. Negative times negative positive, negative times positive, it was a negative number. So since positive cannot be greater than negative, adjust the sign. The first one, it will be, you have a value to be negative half, second one to be positive half, plus positive 2 it will be. So this could be written as the minimum value, negative half plus 2. The maximum value, you have 1 over 2 plus positive 2 it will be. So negative half plus 2, it gives a value to be equal to, you have positive 3 over 2 it will be. 1 over 2 plus 2, it gives a value to be equal to 5 over 2 it will be. So what is the range of this function? The range of this function will be equal to, you have from positive 3 over 2 up to positive 5 over 2 it will be. This is the values of the given function. Negative half plus 2, it was equal to 3 over 2, positive 3 over 2, and 1 over 2 plus 2, it gives a value to be equal to 5 over 2. So this one can be calculated. What is the amplitude? The amplitude of this function to be equal to 1 over 2, the absolute value of negative half. What is the period? The period to be equal to 4, not pi, because pi is cancelled out. What is the phase shift? You have 0. It remains the same by itself. What is the range for this one? The range of this one will be, you have positive 3 over 2 up to 5 over 2 it will be. This is the range of that given function it will be. So by considering different functions, we can discuss all the three cases what you have seen. The other one, if sine theta minus cos theta is equal to half, what is the value of sine of 2 theta? What is the value of sine of 2 theta? Sine 2 theta can be written as follows. First, sine theta minus cos theta, if it was equal to half, then square both sides. When I square it, sine theta minus cos theta squared is equal to 1 over 2 squared. When I expand half, sine square theta minus 2 sine theta cos theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 over 4. What you are looking, cos square theta plus, sine square theta plus cos square theta can be regrouped minus 2 times sine theta cos theta. But the sum of the two squares, we have an identity, which was equal to positive 1. So you have to add this one to the other. Sine square theta plus cos square theta means positive 1 minus 1 over 4 to be equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. Divide both, you have 1 minus 1 over 4. It gives a value to be equal to 3 over 4. But what is the other name for this one? 2 times sine theta cos theta. What we have discussed before, double angle. Sine of 2 theta will be equal to 3 over 4. So what you are asking, what is sine of 2 theta? You have sine 2 theta means twice sine theta cos theta, which is this one, which is the difference between 1 and 1 over 4 it will be. Third one, a patrol boat on a sea sailed from its station 7 kilometers to the north and changed its course and sailed for 2 kilometers in the direction at 45 degrees southeast. What is the shortest or straight distance the boat should travel in order to return to its station? So we are given that a patrol boat on a sea sailed from its station 7 kilometers to the north. So if the station it was here, from this one it is going to the north direction 7 kilometers. Then and changed its course and sailed for 2 kilometers in the direction of 45 degrees southeast. So at this point you have the 4 directions, north, south, west, east. So since the boat is traveling 45 degrees southeast, this was the south direction. From this one we have to measure an angle to be equal to 45 degrees. With this direction you will go, the boat it is traveling. It has traveled a distance of 4√2 kilometers. So first read it again and again and get an idea. You have a starting point. It goes to the north direction 7 kilometers. Then from that station it goes in the direction of 45 degrees southeast. So this was the south direction to the east. You have to measure an angle to be equal to 45 degrees. With that direction, you have to measure a distance for 2 kilometers. Then what you are asked, what is the distance between the distance boat should travel in order to return to its station? This was the final destination. If it wants to come to the original point, you have this direction. So what is this distance? So what you are looking in this diagram, the two sides are given, the included angle also it was given. And what are you going to do? We have to apply cosine law for this one. Using cosine law, we can figure out as this one. It is going 7 kilometers. We have also 45 degrees to southeast. It arrives at point C. So AB is 7 kilometers. BC it was equal to 4√2 kilometers. Then what is x when you are asked? You have to apply cosine law. What it says cosine law? AC, the opposite side, AC squared is equal to the two adjacent sides, AB squared plus BC squared minus twice AB multiplied by BC multiplied by cosine of beta B it will be, which is theta. But AB, it was given to be equal to, you have 7 kilometers, square it plus BC, the distance it was 4√2 kilometers, minus 2 times AB 7 kilometers times BC 4√2 kilometers multiplied by cosine of B. B it was 45 degrees. But what is cosine of 45 degrees? We have a value to be √2 over 2 it will be. Then go further. When I square it, I have 49 square kilometers plus 32. we have 4 squared 16 times root 2 squared 2, 32 square kilometers. Minus, when I multiply this one, you have a value to be equal to 56. 2 times 7, 14. 14 times 4, 56 times root 2. Cosine of 45 degree, it is root 2 over 2. So, root 2 times root 2, 2 will be cancelled. You will have a value to be 81. When I add up and subtract, you will have a value to be equal to 81 kilometers square, 49 plus 32 minus 56 square kilometers. The difference to be 25 square kilometers. But what is that 25 square kilometers? It is the values of a squared. So, you can solve a squared is equal to 25, you have square kilometers. 25 square kilometers. Then you can solve for the value AC. AC to be equal to 5 kilometers it will be. The distance from the original position up to the final the position, the distance between the two will be equal to 5 kilometers. So this problem will be done by using, you have cosine law. For this one it will be. The angle of elevation of the top of a building is found to be 60 degrees and measured from a point on level ground, as measured from a point on a level ground. If the angle of elevation of the point on the building that is 3 meters below the top is 30 degrees, as measured from the same point on the ground, find the height of the building. What is the angle of elevation? If this is a horizontal, when I see that the corner of the room, a ray should come from the horizontal upward. So when you are measuring up direction, you will have an angle, what you call is that? Angle of elevation. From this horizontal, if I want to see that, the bottom of the room, you have a ray should go to the other direction. So you have below the horizontal, you have an angle, what you call that? Depreciation. So elevation, you are measuring upward. Depreciation, you are measuring downward. So what it says over here, if you are looking, you will have a diagram here. We are given that there is a point. This is the building what we have. So somebody was looking from this point to the top of the building. So this was the horizontal. He was looking upward. A ray from somebody's eye is going up. So he is measuring an angle to be equal to 60 degrees. So this is the distance from A to the building. This was angle of elevation with measured to be equal to 60 degrees. If the same person was looking to the building at a distance of 3 meters below, that means this is the top. He is coming downward. So he is looking somewhere here. So he have a direction over here, ray. The angle formed from the horizontal to this particular point, it will be equal to 30 degrees. So we have two angles. One, to the new point, we have angle of elevation 30 degrees. To the top of the building, which was equal to 60 degrees. Now what you are asked? You are asked what is the height of the building, the distance from this point up to this point. This was equal to 3 meters because you are coming down now 3 meters. If I assume this distance to be equal to y meters, y plus 3 it gives the height of the building as a whole. And how do you find this one? When I say we have to use tangent formula. Tangent of 30 degree, what is that? Opposite side, since it is a right angled triangle, opposite over adjacent, which is y over x. From this you can see tan 30 it is 1 over root 3, which was equal to y over x. When I cross multiply it, I will have the values of it is root 3 times y. Again, this distance, it was equal to 3 plus y. This was, if it was equal to x, the angle of elevation to be equal to 60 degrees. What is tangent of 60 degrees? Tan 60 degrees, it gives us that the height h, the height of the building, divided by the adjacent side to be equal to x. But h, it is 3 plus y. What was tan 60? Tan 60, it was root 3. You have to use trigonometric table. 3 plus y is over 3 root 3 times y it comes, because the values of x, we have said here to be equal to root 3 times y. When I cross multiply it, I will have a value to be 3y is equal to 3 plus y. And you can solve here. This is a linear equation. When I solve, I got the result. 3y is equal to 3 plus y, which is equal to 2y is equal to 3. The values of y to be equal to have 3 over 2 it comes. 3 over 2, it is the point which is found 3 meters below the top of the building. So what is the total height when you are asked? This was equal to 3 over 2, 1.5 meters. This distance is equal to 3 meters. When these two are added up, it gives a value 3 meters plus y meters, which is equal to 3 meters plus 1.5. It gives a number to be equal to height of the building, 4.5 meters it will be. So by using trigonometric functions, tangent, special tangent function, you can solve such kind of problems. The other one, if in triangle ABC, AB is equal to 3, BC is equal to 4, and angle B to be equal to 60 degree, capital B, 60 degrees, then what are the lengths of AC and the cosine of angle N? So to find this solution, we have to use also this triangle. What is given? The two sides are given. The included angle also given. You can find the values of AC by using cosine law. So using cosine law, AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared minus 2AB cosine of BC, 2 times AB times BC multiplied by cosine of B. So when I substitute, I will get AB, it was 3 squared plus BC 4 squared minus 2 times 3 times 4 multiplied by cosine of 60. But cos 60 it was equal to half. So it's 9 plus 16 minus cos 60 it was half will be cancelled. 3 half, 2 times 3, 6 times 4, 24 times half. You will get a value to be 25 minus 12, it is 13. So this gives a value AC squared is equal to 13, which means the length of the side AC to be equal to root 13 it comes. And the other what you are asked, what is cosine of angle N? So angle A it was this one. To find cosine of this angle, I know the opposite side. I know the two adjacent sides. Using cosine law, I can calculate also. BC squared is equal to AB squared plus AC squared minus 2AB times AC multiplied by cosine of A. So you have to substitute the values what you have calculated before. BC, what is that? BC to be equal to 4 square is equal to AB, it was given to be equal to 3 square it plus AC. AC, it was equal to what you have calculated root 13 squared minus 2 times 3 multiplied by the square root of 13 times cosine of A. We are applying cosine law. And when this one is simplified, 4 squared is equal to 9 plus 13 minus 6 root 13 cosine of A. You have a value to be equal to 9 plus, you have 16 minus 22 is equal to negative 6. The square root of 13 cosine of this is a matter of calculation. And you will have negative 6 is equal to negative 6 times 6 root 13 cosine of A. Divide both sides by a constant, 6 root 13. Cosine of it is negative 6 over negative 6 root 13. Cosine of A is equal to 1 over root 13 or root 13 over 13 it comes. Since cosine of it is positive, that means angle A it is an acute angle. The measure of the angle A, it is a number between 0 and 90 degree it will be. You can see also the others. Which of the following is not a correct identity? A correct identity. Which of the following is not a correct identity? If you are looking at that, cosine of x, it is cosine of double angle. What we said? Cos square of x minus sine square of x. But it is written in the opposite. So this was the wrong answer for that one. The others, if you want also, you can check up. When I say tan, which is sine over cosine, cosec x, it is 1 over sine. The sine will be cancelled. You will get a result 1 over cos, which is equal to secant of x it comes. So D was the correct answer for that one. You can try it also. When you are looking the last one, what is the period and amplitude of the graph of the function? This could be written as, you have tan sine of x over 3 multiplied by cosine of x over 3. This means that 5 times that one. But the square bracket one, it gives an radius of double angle. you have 5 times sine of twice x over 3 it will be. So you have 5 times sine of 2 over 3x. What is the amplitude when you say the absolute value 5 positive 5? What is the period when you say you have since sine function has a period of 2 pi divided by the coefficient of it to be equal to 2 over 3. So period 2 pi over 2 over 3 it gives 2 pi times 3 over 2 pi it gives a value to be, you have a number to be 3 pi. And when you are coming to amplitude, the absolute value of the coefficient to be equal to 5. I think that is the whole for today. I will stop my class here. Thank you.